Somebody asked me a question one day. He said, man of God, and please somebody listen to this. He said, why is it that men of God always see vision for rich people only? And why is it that rich people always go to men of God? And I said this to them, that God showed me this many years ago, and it's a simple fact, that the rich are wise and the poor are foolish. The rich are not wise because they are rich. They are rich because they are wise. The moment you are wise, you will be rich. And he says the poor are not poor. They are not foolish because they are poor. They are poor because they are foolish. Now, this is the message for us. If you are foolish and you are calling yourself wise, you are deceiving yourself. You will die a foolish person. Being foolish is not an abuse. It's a statement of fact. Being foolish means that your lifestyle and your person would correspond to a certain definition. All you need to do is to look at your life and look at that definition. Does my life fit it? If it fits it, stop doing those things that fit that definition so that you will come out of it and you will become rich. Because there are many people that are foolish and they are poor and they refuse to admit that they are foolish and they want to leave poverty but they can't leave it. And they are fighting to come out of poverty. Somebody understand this. The Bible says, the fool says in his heart, there is no God. The fool says to God in his heart, no. Anyone that says no to the instruction of God, the admonition of God, the direction of God in your heart, I stand to testify that such a person is foolish. So I want to ask you this morning, that are you foolish or you are wise? Are you saying yes to God or no to God? If there is anybody under the sound of my voice, I know that your way of life is contrary to the path of God, know that you are foolish and you are going to end up broke. See, you might see a similitude of riches in your life, but it's a time, just a minimum of time, it will fly away. At least you know Uncle Hush Puppy. You know Uncle Invictus. He thought he was rich, but he was foolish. But his foolishness dragged him back into poverty. If you are under the sound of my voice and you are not born again, or you are born again and you have deviated from the pathway of God, no matter the title you carry in church, no matter how close you are to the pastor or to the altar, no matter how frequent you go to church, no matter how many hours you pray, because I've seen people that are foolish, that are sinners, that can pray 7 hours. See, prayer does not mean you are born again. Being a pastor, being a deacon, being a leader does not mean you are born again. Being a prayer leader, being a choir, a chorister, a worker in church does not mean you are born again. So I want all heads bowed, and I want all hearts bowed too. I want you to go before God in humility. I am not calling anybody out. This is a time between you and your God. If you want to be successful on earth, you need God. If you want to be great, it's your choice. You can die as a Lazarus on earth, or you can die as an Abraham. You can say yes to God in your heart, or you can choose to say no to God in your heart. But if you choose to say yes to God in your heart, either you want to give your life to Christ, or you want to rededicate yourself to Christ. I want you to say after me, with sincerity of your heart, that Father Lord, I come to you this morning as I am a sinner. Father, forgive me, Lord, of all my sins. Forgive me, Lord, of my rebellion. Forgive me, Lord, of my disobedience. Father, I have chosen from this moment to say yes to you. I have chosen from this moment to say yes to your instructions, to say yes to your admonitions, to say yes to your directions. Father, I turn my back to the world and everything of the world, and I completely surrender my life to you, O Lord.